You, Ernest de Carla?
It is noon just now.
Perfect. Okay. And Ernest de Carla is in Germany. Let me introduce her so you know who we are, who this beautiful woman is that is about to rock your world, because she is pretty incredible. You're going to understand how to live fearlessly, authentically by design and fly. So I want you to listen up. If you suffer from anxiety, depression, or burnout symptoms, right now, you understand something, that these are stop signs you need to take seriously. Then it's time for a reset so you can break free from living your life by default that could eventually kill you. So I'm going to pay attention to this myself. Ernest de Carla Zimmermann is presenting today how you too can live effortlessly by design and fly. You state that being fearlessly authentic is key to being healthy, happy, and fulfilled. Well, Ernest de Carla, I want to know how you can reveal how we can stop living a fearful life by default and start living a fearless life by design. That's coming up, ladies and gentlemen, the incredible, live from Germany, Ernest de
That's
Carla Zimmermann.
amazing.
Yay, let's give her a big hand.
Yeah. So lovely to be with you, and all the listeners can hear. I totally love the World Love Week, and that's why I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
We're thrilled to have you with us. And I can't wait to hear what you've got to say, because trust me, putting an event on like this has no stress at all. So you have my full attention. I'm going to drop myself off the camera and spotlight you. Do you need slides or anything?
No, I decided to go without because you preferred that.
Well, I think it's better. We get to see your beautiful face. So, okay, I'm going to mute myself.
Thanks so much.
I'll let you. Okay.
So, ready to go?
Ready to go.
Hello, my dear audience. So I'm so happy to be with you today, and welcome to my today's presentation. And what would be more up to date than the motto of this show, the world needs love, right? And the topic of my presentation, which is about releasing anxiety, couldn't be more up to date in these challenging times of the pandemic. It's just exploding, and the rates of anxiety, burnout, and depression are through the roof. So welcome again, and self-love and sharing compassionate love, what we do just now here, is healing, and not only for you as you share it, but also for those around you, and therefore for this planet. So I stand for love. Do you? That's what I'm really aiming for, and that's why I'm happy to be here. So the topic I'm presenting today is about anxiety, how to live fearlessly, authentic by design and fly. And because of, I just love this topic and this event here, I decided to scholarship you with another holistic mentoring system of mine for free. So staying till the end pays off for you in a massive way, just to let you know. So living in a stressful world and in this snacking culture, trying to do everything, being on duty all the time, 24/7, and mostly acting on other people's agenda, is exhausting and affects the health and overall being, of course. And in these times of the pandemic, these rates just are through the roof, right? So we are anxious not only about the virus that might even kill us, but how to protect. We cannot meet, we are isolated. That leads to more and more depression. And the burnout comes from really being on duty 24/7. And like just Ken is here running this event 24/7. That is just amazing. So the pandemic and the virus obviously has a message for us, and we could observe before what we are going through. And the message is to slow down as humanity and to really be our best self and not just running sort of like zombies in the world. But so many of us didn't understand the message, like with the climate change. And now we got the bill. We are on rest. We are on lockdown nearly everywhere in the world. And that is the quest we just got now, is to really slow down, come back to ourselves and realign everybody for him or herself, but we all as humanity. So this means to jump in and explore how and why, not how, but why you did came here for. There is a reason you did came here for, and to live meaningful and purposefully, obviously, is much healthier than just doing a job to get the things done and the ends need met. So that is a big part of what we cover in my systems. Discover your why, because the quest we came here for is to discover our true nature and to realign and to really share it by living, by doing presentations like these, and by helping others. So we are working on the greater good of all. That's the core message of it. So the foundation of good health and happiness is to really explore and find out what's true for you, and obviously to do more of that and skip what doesn't feel good or even might make you ill, right? So we are running too much on other people's agendas, and like a people pleaser, and trying to do all things multitasking like I was, and that really knocked me out, and I'll share a bit about that later. But let me ask you, do you suffer from anxiety, depression, or burnout symptoms? Because if you have these symptoms already, this is a big red sign. You should take this serious, and not just taking a pill hoping for it to get better, because that was what I did, and that didn't lead to nowhere. So if you suffer from systems, and if you don't feel good, and if you have to go to a work, for example, that you don't love, all that, it has a big effect on your overall health and happiness and well-being. And once we are not happy, we are not feeling great, and we don't love what we do. And I think the goal is to love what we do and to be authentic just the way we are. And that's why I love Ken so much. He's just such an authentic guy, and it's not about perfection or something here. It's just to show up authentically and to share honestly what could help others. So thanks so much for being you, Ken.
That's amazing. You are way too kind. Thank you.
So let me ask you, my dear listeners, if something of what I'm just mentioning applies to you. Do you lack a focus or purpose in life? Do you miss motivation? Do you struggle to get things done? Do you miss flow in your life? Do you feel stuck while spinning your wheels and still not getting anywhere? do you fear self-expression and rather try to hide, right? It does cost courage to be on stage here with so many people, and Ken is amazing about it. And I also do it on my stages like the podcast or the summits. But the first step to get visible and be visible is to get vulnerable. And yeah, that takes courage to go there, right? But we don't make progress and growth while we are staying in our comfort zone, but growth and real awakening and evolution is always on the other side of fear. So if you say, well, some of the things she just mentioned applies to me, then take a good listen to what I will reveal. But first and foremost, who am I to reveal that, you might ask? Well, I have plenty of certificates. I'm a certified trader, a hypno coach, a shamanic healer, a transformational feel-good lifestyle and intuitive business coach, and so many. And I facilitate the entrepreneurial journey from anxiety to authenticity, and to live fearlessly by design. Besides that, I'm a best-selling author. I'm host of the Freestyle Your Life podcast and summits, where I have amazing speakers to share their best tips and strategies, and Ken will be surely coming up soon too. So this is what I do to bring the message and the ease and the help out in the world, right? But more importantly than any certificate you could take, because that's learning something, and yeah, then trying to coach you on that, right? That is what so many coaches obviously do. But more importantly is I did walk the path. Right? I'm a lifelong entrepreneur. It's just the way I take, and I'm the CEO of 2 companies. And while living by default nearly killed me when facing life earlier in my life, running in the rat race, being a single mom of 2 sons, everything was exhausting. And unfortunately, I faced death, and my beloved sons, Enrico and Sandro, who then have been young teenagers, could not enjoy their untroubled youth because I was so sick, and they saw their mother coming down to the end. So this was really hard and tough times, and we are not keen on exploring hardships. Of course, nobody is, but from the hardship and from the struggle and from the failure, if we are ready to receive the message and the learning, we can then evolve, right? And that's what I did. So after going through 18 surgeries, so just went through the 19th with my shoulder surgery when I had a sort of an accident in a golf tournament. I have massive practice in illness and disease, I swear. And I had to do something about it because, I was facing death. And I did try everything. The doctors did have no clue what's next. So there was sort of heart problems. I faced cancer 4 times. And so, big deal things, and I just didn't find no solution, and I was still running 24/7 with all that I just mentioned. And but I didn't know how to get out of that, right? As a single mom running my business here. And yeah, of course, that was exhausting. Nobody could have done this, right? So I developed a sort of a technique to be a multitasking genius, up to 7 to 8 things at a time, and became brilliant in doing that. And so that was my way to get off some of the tasks that that I needed to do, and not of course not everything, but some of them. And the flip side of that was it blew my head. Right, this is what just much too much that I did. It was impossible to go on with life like that. And because of the many surgeries, I had to take so many medication. And one day my whole system collapsed. So I don't want to dig into the story of my illness here. It's just to tell you what I have been through, and maybe how I could get out of it, and how this might ease your way and transformation. So I took back control and tapped into my inner healer, because that is the best dog you could ever have. But once we need to understand how to tap in and to understand the messages, right? So we have symptoms, and I had so many of them. That was terrible. And we have the symptoms, and we take a pill, right? But we don't understand what the symptoms, which I learned to consider as a very best friend, have to tell us, right? And I became really a genius in detecting what the real message of the symptom is, because I just wanted to understand what is going on. I was not prepared to go and leave here at the age of 48, and my son's still ill, and is still young, and me being ill. So that was just not acceptable for me. But I had to find my own way of transformation, and I'm transformed over and over to now living fearlessly authentic by design. Because once you face death, what could be more annoying, more frightening than that, right? And so I, yeah, that was the good side of it, and the learning all that I took from that, so I could transform over and over. I transformed my business, also from full service agency here in Frankfurt region, to a laptop business, because I love the beach. Yeah, we don't have no beach here, so I love the sun. I need to be by the waterside, and I love to travel and travel so much, but I cannot be traveling once I have to be here in my agency. So I did transform everything to a laptop business. That's just what fits me the best, right? And that's the quest, to find out whatever in your case and life doesn't work out, what you would love to do, what feels great, and to do more of that and less of what feels like a hurdle. So I took back my life. I struggled my way through, because I didn't have a sort of a manual how to do it. But I'm a student of Dr. Joe Dispenza and Healing by Thought Alone, what he did when he first had his back injury after a bike accident. So I didn't have no other chance. The doctors had no clue. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try this, and if not, I just surrender. I've done it all, right? And why I'm revealing all of that is to ease your transformation, right? So you don't have to go through this trial and error, which obviously sucks. And so my hardship at the end became my superpower, right? I became vulnerable and visible, and I'm okay with it, right? There might be some words, or my German English might be funny for you, sound funny for you. That's okay, right? That's me. And the transformation to come to that point, to be just authentically you, um, is what I'm about, right? To help you on this journey. And then lots of the anxiety, of course, we have anxiety, as I mentioned, because of all the COVID. That's what we all sort of are anxious of. And I'm really keeping my house closed here. I'm not nearly not going anywhere, just to golfing, but now I can't because of the surgery. So I'm here all day, or online broadcasting here. Because of the whole 18 surgeries, 19. Yeah, I'm a risk patient, even if I don't have the age, obviously. But I watch out for myself, not to mess around and not to get it, because now we have the mutated versions, and that's that's even more difficult with that. So the quest is to really and the hero's journey is to not fight and really resist the struggle and the learnings, but to really yeah, take them in and make the best out of what is. It doesn't make no sense to resist or disturb, and the situation still is like it is, right? And to make the best out of it. So watching the news or being in crowds with lots of people right now is getting you more anxious than it's needed, right? So I did reveal sort of my transformational hero's journey in my best-selling book, which just came out last December. And I want to gift you with that for free. So if you want to learn more about it, please download my book for free on my website, which is freestyle-your-life.com/bestseller. So you can find it there and just download for free. And this is a book where 20 amazing authors, coaches, entrepreneurs, and I'm one of them, honestly share their transformation in whatever area they faced it, maybe abusive relationships or whatever. And yeah, we honestly share that, so you could be inspired and learn from it. So let me get back to where I ended when saying if and asking if this is you. In my darkest night, I was asked to share my mission and to create a solution not only for myself, but to share it, right? Remember when I told you the quest in life is to discover your true nature and to really find your purpose and your mission, and to share it by living. And Yeah, that was a really big hurdle for me, because I was in that state of sort of hopelessness, and had to struggle to find my way out there. But I did accept the challenge, and that was when I decided to create my holistic mentoring systems to help you and to avoid the trial and error, and to really ease your transformation. And well, after a while tapping into my inner healer, I really got better and better. And as my body and whole system refused to take any intake, I also couldn't take the whole big meditation and medicaments and drugs that I was on. And yeah, I I found my way through it with smoothies. So my body didn't take anything, and nearly 1.5 years I lived from smoothies out of my own garden, which of course was healthy, because my system had to detox so much from the drugs. And that was really the point when the doctors wanted or did take me on astronaut costs, because I'm 180, I'm a tall woman and skinny, but then I I went down to nearly nothing, right? And I had to regain some weight that I lost in all the struggle there. But finally, I really tapped in and found what in this horrible situation is best for me. And that's what I encourage you, and what I inspire my listeners on my podcast and on the summits, is to really find back to yourself, and to connect with yourself, and to come back into a connection of mind, body, and soul, right? And to integrate also the shadows. So this is a big field that we are covering. But like most people are sort of running through life disconnected from everything and even themselves. And that comes because that's the way we are conditioned, right? We learn to live. And as a child, when we happily shared or shouted or whatever, we have been told not to do this. So okay, we got it. This is not what makes other people happy, and we transformed our behavior, which then did benefit us to get along better than getting problems with the parents for shouting out. But all that, of course, are stuffed down emotions, and right now we nearly can't reach them no more, but they are still there in the basement, and they come up from time to time, could be triggered by anything. And this is what we really need to heal. And I did have so many of it, right? Having a very troubled childhood, and that's why I had so many of them in my basement. And I really had to tackle all of these things that I wanted to avoid in the first place, because I just didn't have no chance to run from it. And I was sitting like sort of in the Oval Office here at my house, doing my exercises, and I sort of had all my symptoms, which was so many of them, like persons sitting at the table, right? So the heart problems, the cancer here, cancer there, and all of the things. And I made them sort of a person. And that was really fantastic. I did found that somewhere and just copied it and tried it for myself, and really did transform so much in my life by doing that. So this gives sort of the emotions in the background running there, um, a, a voice and acknowledgement and a place to be seen and heard. So after a while, there is no need to always come up for them, because yeah, you're present, you become present and aware and acknowledge what is. And the principle is to really acknowledge what is, and to worry about what you can change. And your own health is sort of you can try to change at least, and to take back control, because I did give all my control about myself and my health and everything to the doctors, and relied on they know better than me what to do. And that was a big mistake. And once I took back the control and the responsibility for what is going on in my system, in my body, in my brain, and in my soul, that was the step to really transform. Because when we are living a life by default in fear, anxious of what might happen next, we really, just missing the word, we are corrupting our souls, right? And the soul, of course, has influence then on what we think and on the emotions, and vice versa. And that's a circle that after a while it's hard to get out there. And so this was just a little bit of my story, so you know what I went through and why I might easily be able to help you. The anxiety freedom task was for me that I was a people pleaser and such an empath, a high sensitive person, and I could feel other person's emotions and feeling, and so not to hurt them, I took it all on myself, right? So I tried to do everything I got to do, but also other people's tasks. And that was completely unhealthy, of course. And I had to stop that because of the health problems I faced. But I had to learn it. And if I wouldn't have learned my lesson in all of that, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you and enjoying this lovely conference. So failure is nothing bad. It's just a way of showing us this way might not be the best one. So learn from it and try a new way. So life is an experience. So we're experiencing life every day. And we are sort of the actor and the one writing the agenda in unity. And what I would encourage you to do is really to step back and to relax and to really dig in deep to find out what you are really about and what your mission is, what your purpose is, and then to share it with the world. Because a meaningful and purposeful life leads to better health, and that, of course, all needs to happiness. So many of my audiences often ask, how could I be happier, right? It's not the material things. It's ourselves to tap in and to find what makes you happy. So if I wouldn't have wouldn't be happy or have joy to be here talking to you and to be with Ken and his team, why should I, right? So, but that's a transformation to come there and to just be authentically you, and to live fearlessly, what we are talking about here. This is just sort of a byproduct, right? Because, yeah, the transformation from going from living fearless and purposeful to living a life by default fearful, and to living fearless, purposeful by design, and to fly is of course a transformation, and you might not be able to do it on your own. And to fly in this context, so everything here is of course freestyle your life. The meaning is free your life from whatever is not good for you, which I just mentioned, and then to restyle your life. That is an expression from sports, so some special sports. Your life, because you are really the actor and on the CEO of your life. And once you do that, and fly in this context means, you release the burden and your backpack, and then all the heavy things, and then you're ready to fly. But fly also does mean first love yourself, right? We are on the love conference here, and I'm truly, by all of my heart, I believe love is the healing to all the problems we face individually. And I had to come back to love myself, for example, which I just shared, and to healing the problems of our beautiful planet called paradise here. So I truly believe what the world needs more than ever is love, and love is the answer. And I do stand for love. So that's why I'm here. So this was a short excursus on why I do what I do and how I got there. And I'm asking you, do I have your permission to present the solution on how you too could live fearlessly, authentic, and by design, and fly? Meaning freestyle your life.
Bring it on.
Huh?
Bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on.
Bring it on.
To first love yourself. And so the Anxiety Freedom Formula is a curriculum to living fearlessly authentic by design. You learn how to stop living a fearful life by default, and you start living a fearless life by design. And you can start that, doing that today. Being fearlessly authentic is really the key. And I thought to myself, oh, what good, irresistible, no-brainer offer I could make for you. And because I love Ken and his mission here so much, I came up with a scholarship. So in this offer, you get the anxiety freedom formula, which consists of 5 modules and 6 bonuses, including the Anxiety Freedom Summit, which is coming up soon with so amazing speakers. Some of the doctors, Dr. Todd Nelson, for example, he is from Colorado, and he's also the doc in the Freestyle Your Life Academy. So whenever you have any questions, you can connect there. And psychotherapists, happiness experts, confidence experts, all that you need to make the move and to make the next step. So I would just give you this formula to heal the anxiety problem, but I'm gifting you with the next level program, which is the Authenticity Blueprint. Once you have sort of tackled the anxiety problem, then you want to live authentically, right? That's fun after on that stage. That's really fun. So I'm prepared to gift you with the whole complete Authenticity Blueprint. So you get 2 of my signature programs. Each is a 3-month program, group program, for the price of 1. And you learn not only to the curriculum of living fearlessly by design, but also how to live and lead and love on your own authentic terms. So these are 2 formulas for that. And yeah, that is a no-brainer offer. I never did it, and I will never do it again. It's just came up to me, or what I could benefit you for. So if you go to my website, which Ken surely will share, this is the no-brainer offer, the Anxiety Freedom Formula. You will find the program there. And if you take your transformation serious, which I hope for you to do, just for being my next success story of all the transformation you will make in the program, I'm gifting the first 20 fast action takers with the Authenticity Blueprint to turn your life totally live your life authentically for free on top of it. So I'm asking you, are you serious to change your life for the better? Or some of us are always complaining and not ready for a change, right? So I want to work with action takers as I'm myself, and that's why for the first 20 to take action on this, I'm gifting you with the complete next level Authenticity Blueprint for free. And so, yeah, I think you learned a lot from this. I hope you can apply many of the things, and I don't want to go in the whole detail of the program now, or that would take forever, because we have 5 modules. So where we're discovering your purpose, your why, the root cause of anxiety, and how it applies in your life, the holistic and natural ways how to heal anxiety forever, the best practices for immediate lifestyles. I'm a fan of best practice shortcuts, and all of my experts need to share theirs. And And finally, the transformation from self-betrayal, from even worse, self-oppression and self-sabotage, because I cannot change what others do, but I could change what I do. And when I take off and change all the self-sabotage from mind freaks coming up, from not asking for help, from shying away, all these things, right? That's what I'm responsible for. So all the lots of the struggle that we face in life, even most of it, comes out of self-sabotaging patterns, and you will learn to release them once and for all. So these are 5 modules, and the last one obviously is the transformation from self-betrayal, from self-oppression, and from low self-esteem to really becoming fearless, and to be ready to live your fearless life by design. Plus, additionally, we have included 6 bonuses. So these are group sessions, hot seats, regain excitement sessions, which are all on Zoom in the group. I'm a fan of implementation, because knowledge by itself doesn't lead you any further. You need to implement it and to see what works for you. And we have emergency group calls. So once you're stuck, just hop on and we're going to talk about it. Additionally, let me check my list here. We have the Anxiety Freedom Facebook community, and we have bonus number 5, access to the Anxiety Freedom Summit coming up shortly, with about more than 20 amazing experts. Some of them are on my stages for the second time. They have been on the Authenticity online summit back in 2019, and I deeply love them by heart, because they are authentic and they share what can help you. So the last bonus of this is sort of together with the Anxiety Freedom Summit. This is the Academy Doc here, Dr. Todd Nelson, and he did a detoxification program, and he will gift you with that. So I'm really thinking that detoxification, not only in my case, but in everybody's case, is healthy and is necessary. I'm doing it on an ongoing basis, not every day like I used to had to when I was ill, but I have all the herbs in my garden, and that is just a clean, just a lovely smoothie. And yes, that would be the package that I came up with for you guys here in the audience from the World Love Week with Ken. Ken, are you here?
Sorry, I was muted.
Okay.
I was muted and muted, as it were. And it's a wonderful. So, the link to it, by the way, will be in the on your dashboard. So if you go to worldloveweek.com/dashboard, you will find the link to this magnificent offer right in front of you. Now, if it is not available, it's because you missed it. So just understand that when you watch this, whether it's now or in 2 months or in 2 years or whatever it is, whenever there's an offer made here during World Love Week, it is an offer made right now during World Love Week, and it is really based upon availability. If there's a limit, as we have 20 limit here, if it goes away, my apologies, but that's out of our control. So we, the link will forward, and if it says store is still open, then you have an opportunity to join. If the store is still open, but the offer has shifted, again, it's because you weren't here live with us right now. And that's the best that we can do, because a lot of you will invest in VIP and have the recordings of this for life.
Yes.
So if it resonates for you later is typically more expensive. Right now is typically the best deal ever. And so I just want to be clear about that, so you don't get disappointed later if you had to wait. And
that's it.
And exactly. So
of course, Ken, I came up with this no-brainer offer to scholarship, one complete program, right? Not some of percentage and discount, but complete your audience, make it completely free for the first 20 action takers, because I love to work with action takers.
Let me make sure I understand this. Hang on, I'm interrupting you and I apologize, but I did not hear a price. You're telling me that the first 20 people that go to the link at worldofweek.com/dashboard, how much are they paying to be part of your program?
They pay the normal price for the Anxiety Freedom Summit, which is 1,997.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the price when they go on the website, right?
Right.
But that's the price for the one formula.
Okay.
For 3 months group program with the 5 modules and the 6 bonuses, which I just mentioned.
Right.
So additionally, as a fast action bonus and for the action takers, that's what I came up with. For the first 20, I will scholarship the next level program, the program that comes after you got rid of your anxiety. This is the authenticity blueprint, right? To own who you are. And the first 20 will get this program completely for free. They will do the first program, and then they will be in the next program without paying anything.
Got it. Okay. I want to make sure we have clarity. So you're going to invest the 1997, whatever, and then all the bonuses are no cost on top of that. Is that correct?
They invest the 1,997.
Right.
They get the Anxiety Freedom formula with the 5 modules, with the 6 bonuses on top over 3 months.
Yep.
And they get the next level program, the Authenticity Blueprint, which normally is another program at the same price in the same time of 3 months. They get the first 20 this completely for free.
And the total
after
value
after they finish the program here, they directly can go into the next program completely on my cost.
So a total value
is over 15,000 here.
That's what I'm trying to get. I want the total value. Yeah. If you're going to get $15,000 of value for just 2, it sort of makes perfect sense. So you'll find that on the dashboard. It'll be there explained to you when you get to the site, to the page with the link. And I encourage you to give that strong consideration, because you don't find an opportunity like that every day. And it is remarkable. And for many of you, you're looking at someone that you've never met before who is phenomenal. We're opening your eyes to someone that's really new to you, which is just fantastic, because quite frankly, so many of us are limited in the scope of who we've been able to see and who we've been able to work with. And I got to tell you, the fun thing is that Ernesta Carla is phenomenal. And now you've got a treat to go global. You know, some of the Americans are so wrapped up in what they do, that now we just expanded your mind, expanded your audience, and I'm thrilled to be able to be there with you to get you along the way. So that's awesome. Yeah, but just a few more minutes. Let me ask you a question. What do people typically, when you speak to them, what's their typical biggest fear and concern?
right now, obviously, is about the pandemic and how to protect themselves, right? And what they could do. And if we get the vaccines right over there in Australia, you have less problems than we do have here. And we have the problem with the mutations coming from England and South Africa. Here we got pretty down in our rates, and now rising up. We are on lockdown since October, right? So I'm in my entrepreneurial silo here. I'm not meeting too much people. It's cold, so it's freezing. You cannot spend time out there, and people freak out because we miss connection, right?
Yeah, we do.
And that's a big problem that builds up on anxiety. Plus that is of course the situation in the crisis, in the pandemic we face, right? That's not pleasant for nobody worldwide. It's not only here or over there you face the problem, we have it worldwide, and we need to shift our awareness to the problems we face with our planet here. And I'm big in really taking responsibility for this planet, and I want my grandchildren, should I have some later on, I want them to really be able to live here and not just in a mess, right? So we are living like there's no tomorrow, and we are responsible for that. And the other thing is that we are that we are anxious to be ourselves, Ken.
Yeah.
Right? That's not the topic for you. I love you sitting there in your green things, just as I am authentically, but most people don't, right? And to help them is our mission here, right? And that's why you bring these great speakers and coaches up here. And like Les Brown, I so love this guy, right? I know all his backstory with the cancer and everything. And yeah, he's pure inspiration. And that's what we are here to share, right? There is hope. You just need to find the right coach. The best would be somebody who just not only did read the things, but did go through it, experienced it, walked the path, and then go. Why wait? So everybody here on the line, should you choose to, it's your mission to really heal yourself from anxiety, and I'm standing by to help. And that's all I can do.
I'm grateful for that. That's awesome. And by the way, your sound is fine. I'll tell you, great. If you're wanting to help others, it really requires that you take care of you first, because at the end of the day, where does your credibility come from? It really comes from being centered and so on. I'll tell you briefly, while we have another minute left, that many years ago, I wanted to do some kind of a program for people that were caregivers and people that were going through HIV. And actually, that was during AIDS crisis, so people were dying all over the place, and it was really, really bad. And I had talked to a guru. Her name was Guru Ma in Florida, and I said, and she was really cool. She would rollerblade. She played roller hockey. That's the kind of guru I like. Anyway, I said, here's what I want to do. I want to help these people. And she said, Ken, you can't. I said, what do you mean I can't? She said, you haven't been through this. You haven't been through their pain. You cannot relate to them. You haven't earned the right to do that. You haven't been through that. Yeah. And she was right. So all I could do was talk from afar without having had that experience. When you talk through your experience today, Ernest DeCarlo, when you go through that, people see and recognize who you are, and they want to be part of that. When you open your heart and you give your love, people want naturally to be part of that and to share what you have. And so as you guys watching right now, and guys is male and female, it's a generic term these days, As you feel that resonate for you, I want you to jump to the dashboard and see that you heard that beep in the background. That was someone jumping to the dashboard, right? There's another one jumping to the dashboard. Very noisy city here as they jump to the dashboard. But go to the worldloveweek.com/dashboard site, click on the link, check out what she's got. And I know this could be something that might really change your life. Ernesta Carli, you are a light. You are fabulous. I love you to pieces. Thank you so much for being with us today. And stay warm, stay healthy. And thanks for being with us again.
Yeah, just 1 second. And please, they listen to us, obviously, but they should not be surprised if they see only the Anxiety Freedom Formula and the price.
No worries.
Right? I cannot put this other system on the website because other people might come there too, right? Understood. So this is just for your audience here.
Perfect. We're so over
just
time.
You give me the names. I see the name. They get the confirmation writing by email, so they are confirmed for the scholarship.
No worries. We're over time. I've got to run. Next program is already beginning over us right now.